Hi, guys. I so missed you all. It has been like, oh my God. And I'm sorry about us being late, but you know when it's time to come back, honey. You got a little technical difficulties, but be with us. And thank you for being patient. I so am so excited today to be back in season 3, y'all. It is popping, honey. We having real conversations, and you already know what it is. We're real, where you are absolutely a part of the conversation. I am so excited tonight because we have someone who definitely, honey, she told me that she's here to tell you why she's a 5-star agent with the 5-star agency and a talent. I have watched this queen from afar through just hardships, grief, pandemic, different things that she was experiencing. And she kept going in her business. She kept going in real estate. She's doing phenomenal things in the Rocket City. That's where we are tonight, in the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. But she's doing so many great things. And sometimes you just don't hear about these people, but you keep seeing them everywhere. And from one queen to the other, I can recognize a real hustle from long mile away, honey, and I can recognize a real story. And this queen has a story, but I'm gonna let her tell you her story. And I'm so happy to see you all here. You just don't understand. And before we get started, make sure you're checking in. We're not gonna be here because it's Labor Day, and so we're gonna celebrate that next Monday. But next Tuesday, Wednesday, the Monday after that, the Wednesday after that, I have some powerhouses, honey. I have some authors coming. I have some financial advisors this season. Some people, content creators, people that have real life stories that they didn't stop, they didn't quit. They said, every day I am committed to the commitment. What did I just say? Every day we have to stay committed to this commitment because it's your life. So on this platform, I don't know about everybody else's platform, but I can tell you on Tiffany Talks, we celebrate people. We celebrate culture and we celebrate our differences. And everybody, if you have a story, come and hit up your girl. I'm willing to tell that story, but we don't want no sad stories. We want those stories that, yeah, some sad bumps in the way, but it is victorious because we always want to inspire people. We don't need your sympathy. We need your inspiration and motivation and support. So by supporting me, I need everybody who's watching to like that button. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss out on these conversations. And guess what? You could be a part of it. You could be on my platform. So don't let that go over your head, okay? But I'm back and I'm happy. But without further ado, let me just read about her and she's going to be here to tell you about herself. So, first and foremost, and share this video. Because you never know when you're on it, promoting your business. Her name is Serena Four. She is a full-time licensed realtor in the state of Alabama with an owner-operator of Lux Lane Reality Group. Her goal is to inspire and motivate others through real estate. She prides herself on providing education and community to create and increase generational wealth, building lifelong relationships, provide luxurious real estate experience to entrepreneurs, professional, single mothers like herself who have put in the work and now are ready to reap the harvest. She's originally from Mobile, Alabama, but she's here by way of Huntsville, Alabama. In her spare time, she loves volunteering, being in the community, cooking southern cuisines, shopping for interior decorating, and listening to music. Without further ado, I wanted to introduce tonight's guest, and thank you again for tuning in to Tiffany Talks. So I want to introduce tonight's guest as Miss Serena Moore. Sorry. I'm just gonna make your name.
Tiffany.
Hey,
Hey, girl. Hey. I'm
to
doing
bring
good.
us in here, tell us about yourself. Tell us wherever you want to start. How did you get here to be all these wonderful awards, 5-star realty? I want to know. Tell me more.
Girl. I mean, it's a story. It's been a journey, Tiffany. Listen, but like you explained, I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama. My mom moved us and relocated us to Huntsville, Alabama. I was 8 years old. Me, her, my sister, and my brother. I grew up in a single parent household, single mother. So most people watched me grow up here in Huntsville. Um, but I still have those Mobile roots. I still have those Mobile roots. Still have plenty of family there. Um, I'm also a single mother of 7 children. That those are my babies, my pride and joy. And I'm just out here trying to live my best life in these real estate streets right now.
See, she not telling you all everything. So she trying to say like she just an average real estate agent, you know what I'm saying? But I told her that's what I got on the show because she's a little extraordinary. Tell us about some of these awards. I see you be a lot of places, Serena. Tell us about some
Okay.
awards you've been winning.
Okay, girl. Um, I was named one of the top 50 real estate agents in the state of Alabama on social media. I am a top producing agent with 5-star real estate agency. I am the owner and operator of Lux Lane um, Realty Group, girl. I got tongue tied. Yes. And I'm just creating a community where I just want to encourage people out here and inspire people through real estate, create generational wealth out here. And my biggest thing is to educate the community. I feel like a lot of us don't know. So I base my business on educating so that we can pass it along and we can get our piece of the pie. It's time for us to rise up out here. So
That's true. And I see you saying that a lot. You know, how did you get started into real estate? Tell us that story. Someone said.
You know what? It's a crazy story of how I got started in real estate. To be honest, I had a dream. 18 years old. I was 18 years old. Dream came to me. It was a very vivid dream of me showing a house, writing a contract, and just being active in the field. And from that day forward, it's like I wanted to be a real estate agent. Now I had no idea of what being a real estate agent was other than TV. I don't come from a background of many homeowners in my family. Nothing of that. So I knew nothing about real estate. I just knew that God gave me a clear vision, and it
Mm-hmm.
came to me in a dream. When I first started to be in this business, I was actually 21 years old. Went to real estate school. Didn't take it serious, y'all. Completed the classes, passed.
Mm-hmm.
When it was time to take the state, didn't do it. I went back a few years later at the age of 25. Same thing, life happened. Um, was back and forth between here and Mobile, so I still got distracted. But here I am. Here I am now. The third time was a charm. It was a charm.
That's awesome. How many years have you been a real estate agent?
I am going into my third year. Yes, but
Wow.
this is my first year as a full-time agent. I just had those twin girls 2019.
Tw-
So,
and tell so you're a top agent. You're a
mhm.
mom. And I don't mean to stress it a single mom, but people don't look at that like she doesn't have that extra set of hands. And so you're doing this success. You don't have, and then you're a mom of 7, and you find time to be a successful real estate agent. What actually advice do you have for people going into real estate? Because I mean, if they have excuses, you're not the girl to talk to. Okay, let's clear that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll tell anybody excuses don't feed me or my children. Excuses do not pay the bills. The best advice that I can give, sometimes you just have to hang your head down low. put your head down and focus on what it is that you're trying to do and know why you're doing it, because so many people get distracted with the shiny penny. But it was many times that I was actually invisible in this business. At least I felt like it anyway. But I just stayed on my grind. I stayed focused on what it was that I wanted to do. And I'll tell anybody, when you're coming into this business, know your stuff, know your knowledge, because you can't come in here being mediocre. It's like feeding a sheep to a wolf. So
Yeah, we definitely had
yes,
that conversation on one point, about when you said you have to come in here with knowledge. Like, it's a bunch of knowledge in that industry, and I know that
yes,
you're given the knowledge, because your sales wouldn't be up there if you wasn't given the knowledge. So I already know that,
right,
because you said you was a top producer. They want the
right.
knowledge. Knowledge is power. So what are
It
some
is.
do's and some don'ts that you have in real estate?
Um, Dues is, like I said,
Someone's asking that, by the way.
someone's asking the do's and don'ts
Can you
of real
give
estate.
Yeah, can you give us three do's and don'ts of real estate when entering the industry?
Um, do know why you want to be in this industry. Do set a goal. You need to have a goal, an exit strategy. Um, I would even go far as saying, um, be knowledge based. Come from a place of serving. So many people be focused on the money. When you focus on helping people and passing on knowledge, the money follows. So focus on serving others. What you should do is come into this business comparing yourself to other people. There are going to be people ahead of you who's been in this game longer than you,
Mhm.
but you need to focus on what it is that you want to do. Um, don't be dishonest. We have so many shady people in this business.
I think
we,
don't go ahead.
yeah,
That's a whole nother show.
I'm just being real. Like, we have so
Be
many shady
real.
people
We
in
want
this
it
business.
all. Okay, we
Like,
want it all.
yes, it is. And have a backup plan. It is 100% commission based, but
Mm,
people think it's just all about money. Y'all, that's not what it is. That is not what it is. It's really a serving business, you know.
So with
So
that,
that,
and you
and
brought
you
me over to my next question of how do you prepare your clients for home buying? Those people that said, I've never bought a home before, or I had questions when people saw you were coming on. Those people who bought a home lost a home. So I never thought, how do you recommend them getting into the processes of acquiring and purchasing a home? Again, the newcomers and the ones like, what's your suggestions of things in the current industry, that things you need to know while shopping and purchasing a property in the industry?
absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Um, One of the first things that I do to prep my clients is I sit down and I have a conversation with them. I allow them to tell me what their goal is in real estate, whether it is purchasing a home, a first time home, rather it's building a portfolio to be an investor.
Mhm.
Once they tell me what their goal is, I kind of put together a plan to tailor around them meeting their goals. One of the biggest things I can say is knowing your numbers.
Mhm.
Banks will give you numbers and tell you what you can afford, what you can't afford, but you have to have that real conversation with yourself. Nobody can tell you what it is that, know your numbers for you. You need to know your numbers yourself. So that's the main thing. Be prepared. Research areas. Research where it is that you want to purchase a home at. You will pair with realtors who can guide you in that information, but it doesn't hurt for you to do your own due diligence as well. So know what it is that you want and just be realistic. Be realistic. I'm very hands on with my clients. I work with them in the lending process as far as pairing them with lender partners that I partner with. I go and search homes. Even if you're at work and can't make the show a home, I'm not probably recording a home for you. You know, those type of things. But first time home ownership is just, it's nothing to be scared of. It's just all about knowing you want to prepare that way.
Thank you. Do I sound better now? Because it was a little steady. Okay, thank you. Look, thank you, Pastor Long. What did I say? I can barely hear. I don't know if it's us or you. I don't know that. But do you hear me well now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Okay, thank
great.
you. But I definitely,
Yeah.
when you were saying that, what about someone's asking, what are your options? Because that was good, Junior. That was options. That was good information as far as what you were saying of how to prepare your people. But what about people with low credit scores? Because that was a question in my inbox. Why you? I'm
Low
just
credit
saying that was a
scores,
question. They was like, because people be scared to ask these questions.
and it's okay to ask. We all start somewhere, right? You know,
Right.
everybody doesn't have the perfect credit. What I do realize is some people think low credit scoring is really not a low credit score because they think they have to be in the 700s and 800s to buy a home. And that is so far from the truth. Like, that's a whole lot. That's a lot. But for those who do have credit challenges, what you do want to do is fix the issues.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get with a credit repair specialist, or if you able to do it yourself, figure out what it is that needs to be
Mm-hmm.
done, and do those things. And most lenders will tell you, if you're not ready to buy a home, don't put yourself in a situation where you go house broke. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's just all about changing habits, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and having a better relationship with money. So if that is one of the issues, I would say just taking that issue head on first, because we want you to come prepared,
Mm-hmm.
you
And
know.
and so you said something very key, but you said I take my clients. What about people that's outside of this state? Because people listening to you all over. Your should you like And I'm just asking as if I
Mhm.
don't know for people, but should your real estate, if you're having credit challenge problems, your real estate agent, what you're saying is they should turn you on to a credit specialist before they keep pulling your credit and real in a bad situation.
When I tell you A to Z, I mean A to Z. If someone comes to me and say, "Hey, I really want to buy a home and I'm serious about it, but I'm having challenges with my credit." Okay, I need you to go talk to this person. Let them pull your credit. See what it is that you need to do to get to the mark to be able,
Mm-hmm.
because a credit problem is not saying that you can't buy a home. It's
Mm-hmm.
just saying you need to do a little work. So it's not a deny, it's just a delay. That's it.
Absolutely. I love how you said that. It's not a denial, just a delayance. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Well, I want to keep you all night, but I definitely want to. What would you? What was the most challenging time you feel like you had in this year, but you still came out on top? And you could share a little brief of where you think, because I'm just identify people. Y'all know I'm a storyteller, a real storyteller, not this now fabricate. I like telling people stories so they can be inspired to know that they can do it. But what's one story that you could tell somebody? This is why I know you can do it because I did it, and this is why.
Man, not only just 2021, but the last 2 years has been hard as heck for me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 2021, I would say, has it put the icing on the cake. You know, I lost my sister from cervical cancer, who was
Mm-hmm.
only 31 years old. She had no children, and me and my sister grew up together, same
Mm-hmm.
household. You know, my best friend, my ride or die, literally my right hand man. So not only losing her from cervical cancer, it was very brief. You know, it wasn't something we were expecting. It wasn't
Mm.
expected. It wasn't something we were prepared for. This literally hit my family out the blue. You
Mm-hmm.
know, one day we sitting, laughing, having drinks, and next day my sister gone. But that was one, and not that was one of the hardest thing I have had to deal with so far on top of losing her, and then to have to prepare for her funeral, actually made sure that take care of the financial end and burying her, and it was very stressful, a very hard time, and then to see my mother grieve, that was very hard for me because I like to say I am kind of like the backbone in my family. Well, I am the backbone in my family. Everybody comes to me, and it was just one of those times I didn't have the answers. I didn't know what to do, you know. Um, and it was time. I wanted to give up. I wanted to give up. I wanted to say, I remember asking God, why is it that you letting me win here in my career, but I'm losing my best friend? Like I lost my
Mm,
best friend. I
right.
questioned God about that. And she was my biggest cheerleader in life. I wouldn't care if I was out here selling chicken plates. My
Right.
sister was my biggest cheerleader, my biggest supporter. So I lost a best friend when I lost my sister, you know. But I
And
kept going. The times where I didn't want to get off the couch or get out the bed, I will always hear her voice like, get up. You got something to do. Get up. And you just have to continue. Even when life throws you those curveballs, you got to duck them and keep going. Just keep
absolutely.
going. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's pretty safe that to say, from what I saw, you don't look like what you've been through. And it's
Um,
pretty safe to say that you turned pain into power and, developing what your purpose about to be in life to motivate you. And I'm just sorry that that even happened to you, but I seen you go through it and you went through it and you still came out on top in business.
Yes. Like you said, I use that pain as power. It's been a lot of ugly stuff that has happened in my life, but I'm not the one to cry about it. I'm not the one to complain. I just find a reason
Mm-hmm.
to get over it. Like it's just a hill. It's just another hurdle for me to jump. And sad to say, that has been my life since childhood. Hurdle after hurdle. But I'm not letting anything keep me from what it is that I want to do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my favorite line is they can lock the door, they can close them, baby. Look, I'm gonna keep in, or I'm gonna find a window to climb in. You're not keeping me from where I'm trying to go. That's the
That's
right.
right. That's right, Haley. I'm with you though. Look, I'm with you. That's why I picked you. I picked you because I hand pick hunting people. I custom pick people. Like you
Yeah,
say to Tiffany, but yeah, I picked her. I picked her because I thought, yeah, I picked her. I picked her
yeah,
because it's not that she complained. She didn't complain about it. She just kept producing, and it was so these people don't realize the impact of sudden things happening, how your life can change suddenly. So I want to bring more people on here. It don't look all like a Cinderella story, but it's a
mm-mm.
Cinderella story though. It's our story.
Yeah,
So if you had one more thing, because you said so much, I mean, you educated the people about how to even get started. We don't care if you're on the lower level, whatever you think you at, you could get started in home ownership. She said it.
yeah,
You could, even if
absolutely,
it's on the credit repair side, start it. You
absolutely.
understand? So, what is something, first and foremost, she will leave all her contact information in the comments at the end of this broadcast. Okay. But what is something else? Well, you could start typing it. You could type it before I end it, and you could put it in the comments, and everybody can follow you. Right?
Okay,
That's fine. But what else do you want to tell? And please tell them how to follow you, so that when you type it, it got to register. 2 times visual. People. We got so they got to
yeah,
register. But I want you guys to follow her because I know you're gonna learn so much knowledge in real estate if you're in home buying, and if you in the Rocket City, if you in Alabama. She got the whole Alabama. The whole
even if I
Alabama.
ain't in Alabama, sis,
Yeah,
don't put no
right, right,
on
right.
me.
Hey, international. International, because we international on this platform.
Yes,
International. There you
yes.
go. So there you
My
go. Please say
my
your closing arguments. I mean your closing remarks. I'm sorry, arguments. Remarks.
yes. So if I had to tell anyone anything, me, if it's a goal, if it's attainable, if it's achievable, all you have to do is believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it and put a little fire behind it. Don't be scared. We have so many people that are scared to open up and tell their stories.
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody out here that need you to show up like you never have before. Show up. Just show up. It does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just need you to come. Now, when we want to talk about this real estate stuff, you guys can follow me on Instagram at neighborhood_favorite. That's on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at Serena4. My last name is Fore, Serena4. If you have questions, my inbox is open. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Um, Even if it's just some encouraging words, I'm
Mm-hmm.
here. I'm here. I'm rooting
Thank
for us
you for
all.
that. And I also on each one of these on Facebook and YouTube, I'll put her information in the comment section. So please go follow her. Thank you for answering the call to bless my platform with your knowledge because I don't take that for granted. You work for that knowledge. And I thank you for coming on this platform for Tiffany Talks, where you was just a part of the conversation. See?
Yes.
Thank you, Queen.
Anytime. Thank you. I love it.
And make sure you put it in those comments so I can post them right on the screen.
Okay.
All right.
Which side I put it in, Tiffany? The private chat?
No, you could put it on Facebook. You could put it on the comments in Facebook.
Okay, gotcha.
And then I'll make sure I got you though. They gonna know how to get to you. Trust me. And y'all can hit me up if y'all forgot. Just hit me up, but it should be on everything, all of her information. If you're in the house buying market, hit up Serena. When you think about house buying in Alabama, anywhere, hit up Serena. Okay,
Yes.
especially in the Rocket City, especially in Alabama, especially here. Hit up
Yes.
Serena 4 because she has the 5-star service with a 5-star agent with 5-star realtor company giving you 5-star service. She told you she was just a servant leader. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you.
Guys, it has been another Tiffany Talks. Now, if you want to get on this platform, you could just go and DM. Just go and try me. You don't know what your story has. Let other people tell you. Everybody has a story, and we're here willing to tell it. Thank you again for the premiering of season 3, where we were just with 5-star realtor Serena 4 from Mobile, but she's here in Huntsville, Alabama, the Rocket City. We enjoyed this hour about generational wealth through real estate. She brought a wealth of knowledge, and we thank you. We thank you for listening, and it's more to come from this girl. Okay, and here she go right there on IG. Follow your girl, Serena 4, so that you can know the latest information in the real estate industry. She's the girl that you call. And I am so grateful that you guys came here again with us to celebrate another opening of another season 3. I'm so excited for this season, and I hope you're even more excited because guess what? This is where real conversations happen. This is Tiffany S. Carter. And guess what? You are absolutely a part of this conversation. Have a good night. Have a good Wednesday. And I'll see you guys back next Wednesday. I have another treat for you. Keep watching.